the first ever NDA acceptance for a new chemical entity, or NCE as it is called, from an Indian pharma company. And these names are now very well known, Wockhardt and Zenic. Dr. Habil Khorakiwala joins in to talk about that. Congratulations, Dr. Khorakiwala. Thank you so much for joining in. You must be happy because more than, and we'll talk about the market, etc. But I think the conviction that you've had in this and the doggedness with which you and your colleagues have pursued this seems to be finally paying off. Tell us a bit about this.
Yeah, I think we are extremely happy. And effort of last 25, 27 years. And our team has done an outstanding job. And they are today the most successful antibiotic drug discovery team in the world today. Because we have got 6 of our drugs in the fast track by FDA, whereas no other company have more than 1 or 2. And that shows that we have a clear leadership position as far as the discovery of antibiotic is concerned. So we are now in a process of building a global organization to take the leadership in next decade or so.
Well, all the best for that. Let's try and focus on the here and now first, then I'll get to the broader picture as well, Dr. Khorakiwala. So firstly, this fast track and the priority review status, right, for Zenic. What do you think, sir, is the expected timeline for this approval or the potential approval?
Normally, FDA in a fast track clears a drug within 6 to 8 months' time. And therefore, we expect approval by US FDA in the middle of next year.
By middle of next year. Okay. Now, I'm guessing now that it seems so close, you will have given some thoughts, if not now, then already, if not already, then at least now, about how will you now approach this market, right? I'm guessing there will be some bit of partner licensing strategy that you would have. Can you talk about that?
See, we have been working on 2 options right from this quite some time. Our first option, where we appointed even a merchant banker, is out licensing. But at the same time, we believe that unless we get the right value for the drug we have, we do not want to out-license cheap. So we are also simultaneously building an organization. And also we may use some external resource to complete the organization. But that is, both the options are on the table. And let us see, in next few months, we will take a final call.
Okay. But sir, the second option, sir, long-term profitable, short-term, building out an organization, employees, distribution, expenses, would that therefore mean that it could play out on the numbers in the very short term, the next 2 or 3 quarters?
I don't think in either situation, the numbers, if we do it, will pay out in short term. Because it does take time in antibiotic space to have a slow start. But then once it gets registered in all hospitals and gets communicated, because it is communication of science is important. Even though in many circles it is very well known, we have more than 200 publications on our drugs. But at the same time, it takes time. But once in a year or 12 to 18 months, it gets off the ground, then the growth is like a hockey stick.
No, but what I mean is, sir, if you're building out an organization instead of out-licensing it, then you will need to put feet on the ground, create distribution, and all of that is an expensive affair, I presume. So near term, would the cost show up on the numbers a lot more?
There will be a cost involved into that space, but partly it will be a very short period of time. Because the drug, whatever business we create, it will be profit neutral within a very short time. Also, we will be introducing in India, and that will also generate a good revenue and profits. So collectively, it will not put so much strain on our profitability. As far as the cash flow is concerned, I think we are quite adequately funded today. And if necessary, we will get it additionally funded.
Okay. Well, maybe that is for later conversations, if and all you need a QIP or some other kind of funding, and we'll get to that. Just a bit about the pricing strategy, sir, and what is the kind of, let's say, annual anticipation? Because, I mean, you have 5 or 6 things in the pipeline, but almost everybody that I speak to, Dr. Khorakiwala, is talking about Zenic and betting very big on this drug for the fortunes of Wockhardt.
See, as far as the pricing is concerned, the new antibiotic which have been introduced in last several years have been priced at $1,500 to $2,000 per day. So in other words, a 10-day treatment would be about $15,000 to $20,000 per patient. So from that context, the pricing is good, evaluation would be good, and as we get the traction, that is how we expect large revenue coming out of this molecule, Zenic, over the next few years.
Got it. Dr. Khorakiwala, considering you're building out an organization, Zenic is on the cusp of success in 6 months' time, 7 months, 9 months' time, and others in the pipeline. My last question to you on this conversation is, sir, and I look forward to doing a face-to-face conversation very soon, because you are hitting it out of the park in cricketing parlance. But my last question is, because the last few years we've seen Wockhardt move between this 3,500 crores to 3,000 crores kind of revenue range, with operational metrics also being slightly volatile. Do you expect a breakout of this revenue range at some point of time in the next 1 to 3 years? And do you expect more stability on the operational metrics in the next 1 to 3 years, sir?
Definitely, yes. Because if you have seen in recent quarters, our profitability, EBITDA, has improved quarter after quarter. And we expect a revenue growth of 18 to 20% next financial year. And obviously, going forward, it's very difficult to predict, but it will be much faster than that. As our new Zenic gets rolled out worldwide, because after US, we are applying to European authorities sometime in the first quarter of the next year. And that process will continue worldwide. So there will be a breakout in 2 years' time, both on revenue front and profitability.
The possibility of FY28, Dr. Khorakiwala, being a step-up year for Wockhardt?
Absolutely.
Got it. Lovely. And sorry, I know you mentioned that you will take a decision on fundraising at an appropriate time, but would that mean, therefore, nothing on the anvil for the next 6 months, maybe?
Yeah, I don't think so.